Imagine this. Deep in the jungles of the Philippines, under the cover of night, Japanese soldiers drag crates of shimmering gold bars and diamond-encrusted Buddhas into booby-trapped caves. Their orders? Bury it all, and bury the witnesses too. This isn't some Indiana Jones flick, it's the real blood-soaked legend of Yamashita's gold, a World War II fortune so massive it could rewrite history. Was it real? Did the US snatch it for secret Cold War slush funds? Or is it still out there, mocking us from the shadows? Stick around, because today we're cracking open this vault of whispers, conspiracies, and stolen empires. You won't look at your wallet the same way again.
Hey folks, let's dive into one of those stories that keeps you up at night. The kind where history feels more like a thriller than a textbook. You know those big financial scandals we hear about on Wall Street? Yeah, well, some of the juiciest ones don't come from suits and boardrooms or crumbling ancient kingdoms. They bubble up from dusty vaults, hushed rumors, and the dirty leftovers of war. And nothing hooks you quite like Yamashita's gold. Picture it. As World War II crushes the Japanese Empire in 1945, they're not just packing up their toys, they're stashing away mountains of loot.
Gold bars, glittering jewels, artworks worth kingdoms, all swiped from across Asia. Folks say this haul could dwarf anything Rome or the Nazis ever tucked away. It's the ultimate hidden jackpot. But here's the kicker. Where did it vanish to? Real deal or just a slick myth cooked up to play the long game in a war of wallets and whispers? To get the full scoop, we gotta rewind to the 1930s and 40s, when Japan was flexing hard across Asia. By 42, they've got their claws in Manchuria, Korea, Taiwan, chunks of China, all of Southeast Asia, the Philippines, and a sprinkle of Pacific islands. And man, did they clean house. Factories gutted, banks raided, temples picked clean, family heirlooms snatched, everything shipped back home like it was Black Friday on steroids. This wasn't some ragtag pillaging. It was a full-on corporate heist, run through this shadowy outfit called Operation Golden Lily. Straight from the top, the imperial family, with Emperor Hirohito's brother, Prince Chichibu, supposedly calling shots. They vacuumed up insane riches. Gold from Chinese vaults, holy relics and diamonds from Southeast Asian shrines. Whole national treasuries wiped out. Post-war guesses? Thousands of tons of gold, easy. Nobody's nailed the exact tally, though. What set this apart was the sneaky genius. Instead of hauling it all to Japan, they buried chunks right on the front lines, especially in the Philippines. Smart play. If the war goes south, boom, you've got a rainy day fund for a comeback or to keep the royals comfy. Enter the star of our show, General Tomoyuki Yamashita, the Tiger of Malaya. This guy's a tactical wizard, cold as ice, and in 44, he's holding down the Philippines as the Americans steamroll in. Legend has it, he doubles as the treasure's babysitter. Caves, tunnels, bunkers all over the islands, crammed with gold, stacked like firewood, jewel crates, stolen icons, and art that'd make museums weep. To zip lips? They say workers and even their own guys got walled up alive in those holes. Brutal, right? But hey, secrets don't keep themselves. Now things get fuzzy, where facts melt into fog. 45 rolls around, Yamashita waves the white flag to the Yanks, gets hauled to trial for war crimes, and, spoiler, meets the hangman. But that treasure, poof. Did it even pile up that high? Some swear US spies sniffed it out fast, scooped the gold, and turned it into black gold piggy banks, off-the-books cash to pull strings in the Cold War puppet show. Others? Nah. It's still buried under Philippine dirt, just waiting for some lucky or cursed soul to dig it up. For decades, everyone's been on the hunt. Amateur grave robbers, wild-eyed theorists, even governments throwing bribes and shovels at it. Lives lost, fortunes chased, it's the holy grail of hoards. The tale blew up big in the 70s and 80s thanks to this Filipino guy, Rogelio Roxas. He claims he cracks open a Baguio tunnel and jackpot, gold bars plus a solid gold Buddha stuffed with diamonds. Next thing, Marcos's goons arrest him, rough him up, toss him in jail. Yeah, that Marcos, Ferdinand, the shoe-collecting dictator, who's whispered to have clawed back chunks of the stash to pad his pockets. Roxas fights back, sues the estate years later, And get this, a US court says, yep, you found something, slaps him with damages. But was it the Yamashita loot? Jury's out, eternally. Declassified papers from the US side? They hint, yeah, some got recovered right after VJ Day. Word is, General Edward Lansdale ran point a la Black Ops grab, hauling billions in Japanese swag from those islands. That cash funneled into CIA cookie jars to bankroll anti-red ops worldwide, coups, bribes, the works. If that's legit, Yamashita's gold wasn't just real, it was the invisible glue holding post-war power plays together, flipping global chessboards while we sipped sodas and watched TV. Myth or not, this yarn makes you chew on the big stuff. Why do governments always have these ghost accounts, secret stashes that never see daylight? Why do regular Joes grind through skyrocketing prices, crushing debt and bust economies, while the big shots dodge the fallout or straight up raid the till? And if history's fattest treasures can ghost like that, what does it say about the bucks we bet our lives on every day? As the Cold War chills kick in, Yamashita's tale morphs from buried bling to the blueprint of sneaky global money moves. The US struts out of WWII as the dollar kingpin, Bretton Woods locking in gold-backed greenbacks. But off the books, whispers of Japanese plunder slipping into phantom funds, never hitting the spreadsheets we peasants peek at. Dig deeper, and researchers finger Lansdale, taking cues from spy masters like William Donovan and Alan Dulles, snagging big hauls in the late 40s. No refunds to the robbed Asians, families, or temples. Nope, it births the Black Eagle Trust, a shadow war chest for Uncle Sam's dirty tricks. Bribing polls, sparking overthrows, rigging votes, arming allies, Yamashita's shine powers the dark side of the American century. Fast forward to Marcos's Iron Fist era in the Philippines, 65 to 86. Rumors swirl he hit pay dirt, sicking cronies and brass on digs that filled Swiss vaults. By ouster time, he's sitting on 5 to 10 bill, way north of a dictator's paycheck. Yamashita's doing? Starved under the boot, pesos tanking, debts piling, paychecks flatlining. Same old song, Rome to Russia to Marcos's Manila. Loot for the lords, crumbs and chaos for the crowd. The doubters, they roll eyes, say it's all hype, no mountain of gold, or if there was, itty-bitty. Docs are thin, stories clash, intel scraps tease but don't deliver. It's a perfect smokescreen for Pauls, hunters, and spies to peddle lost billions without receipts. But damn, the staying power screams truth. Even pumped up, the web of ties to governments, bankers, power players exposes how cash dances in the dark. Real bars and caves, or just the myth as camouflage? Outcomes identical. Zilch trickles to the streets. Elites pull levers from the wings.
That's the now hook, WW2 roots, but it stings fresh. Nations still hoard phantom pots. Banks tweak reserves like magicians. Crashes? Wealth yo-yos from us to them, quiet as a vault door clicking shut. It's not about phantom Philippine gold. It's how riches hide, bolt, and leave us grasping air, with zero say in our national nest eggs.
Think modern setups. Countries brag gold piles. US with 8,000 plus tons in Fort Knox and NYC Fed. Germany, Italy, France stocking high. Audits, rare as hen's teeth. We're told, trust us, but history snickers. Russia's 1917 Vanishing Act, Yamashita's maybe heist, today's could get juggled, loaned out, or vanished sans fanfare.
And gold's just the shiny tip. Central banks spawn trillions from keyboards. Savers watch inflation nibble their nest. Crises like '08 or '20, bailouts, money printing sprees, mystery funds, today's buried chests, propping elites over everyman. Yamashita's no war souvenir. It's the mask on money's eternal shell game. So, takeaways. 1. History's haze mixes fact and fable, but the glow reveals wealth's lockdown, hoarded, hushed, mass-starved. 2. Power protects itself fierce, tunnels, trusts, or currency conjuring. 3. Us normies? Stay sharp, learn the ropes, gear up. Blind faith? That's the express lane to getting steamrolled. Yamashita's whisper isn't a pirate map. It's a wake-up that finance's underbelly is riddled with riddles, and those riddles rig our world. Stolen shine sparked wars, felled regimes, maybe tuned the Cold War dial. Now, shadow slush funds puppeteer under new labels. History rhymes, not repeats. The chorus? Crystal golden Buddha with diamond guts. Knox vault, or bank ledger. Who holds the keys, and who's fumbling in the blackout? If this flipped your financial script, smash subscribe. History spills the tea. I'll point the pot.